Okay, welcome to Podnutz Daily, episode number 341, the tech show for tech enthusiasts, computer repair guys, whether you're owning your own shop or you're just fixing your brother-in-law's computer or your mom's. This is a place where we can all learn a little bit from each other. We share our stories, our helpful hints, and just kind of tell the way we do things and fixing computers day in and day out. Today's special guest, we've got Chuck Jackals from New to You PC at newtoyoupc.com. How you doing, Chuck?
I'm doing pretty good.
New to You PC, is that I see you got some kind of recycling emblem in your logo there. What do you want to tell us a little bit about your story and your business and how you do what you got going on there?
Certainly. Um, I am registered with the Indiana Department of Environmental Management as an e-waste recycler. That is a very large mouthful to tell people. But basically, I take in recycled computers, monitors, all basically anything as e-waste. I take in and recycle it responsibly. Not a lot of money to be made out of it. It takes a while. My previous shop, I had a lot of storage. Here, not as much, but I make do.
What kind of stuff do you take in anything electronics? I swear, like old stereos too, along with computers.
Yes, as a matter of fact, 2 weeks ago, I had a customer bring me toaster oven, cell phones, VCRs, DVD players. Take it all in.
Do you being an e-waste recycler, did are you like one of just a few in the state, or how does that work? And then what kind of process did you have to go through to become that certification for the state?
Actually, there really is no certification here yet. The state just instituted a year ago that all electronics manufacturers must recycle X percentage of pound tons versus sales that they've done in the state to meet their green goals for what Indiana put forth. And basically just had to, get on their list and, apply to it. Every year you fill out paperwork, how much you recycled, who it came from, as far as like if it was Dell or Compaq, if it's just stuff that you bring in from customers that come in and recycle it, you don't have to report that. And they have meetings every once in a while. They're not mandatory to attend. The certifications, there really is no actual state certification as far as for being an e-waste recycler, but for being, I think they have like 6 different classifications. Some of the other ones, if you have like over 70 tons at one time, then you have to go in and have your facilities inspected to ensure that you're not contaminating the soil and so on and so forth.
So what kind of shop? What's your shop look like, or what kind of building do you have to handle that kind of that stuff?
Well, well, right now I just moved into my new office here 3 months ago. It's actually was a home that was converted over into an office space. So it's, I don't know, 1,600 square foot with a basement as well. So we just basically put everything down in the basement and recycle it from out there and bring it up in bucket loads of scrap at a time.
Could you tell us a little bit more about the process that you do? That's really intriguing to me to think people are just bringing you stuff, man. I sometimes I wish people would just bring me stuff, but I don't know. Then what do you do with it after that though? Can you kind of go through that?
Certainly. I take say it's a desktop computer that comes in. I test everything that comes in, see if it's sellable or if it's just scrap. If it's just scrap, then what we call demanufacturing it. We take all the plug-in cards out, we pop out the BIOS chips, we pop out the processors, all the wires, power supply, everything. It just all gets broke down. Then we separate out the copper, the aluminum, the steel, the motherboards, the RAM, the plug-in cards, and I have buyers for everything. The biggest thing that's a pain in the butt to get rid of is plastic because a
Hmm.
lot of the cases are not stamped with a recycle logo indicating what type of plastic that they are. And to have each one tested, it runs about $1,000, so it's not feasible to do.
Oh, wow.
So it just basically goes home and goes in my big recycle bin that they pick up every 2 weeks.
The plastic does.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So now, how do you physically go and separate the steel and copper and do you get gold out of them too, stuff like that, and silver?
No, I that's that going into that extreme. I let my recycler handle that. It's a lot of chemicals and nasty processes that you have to go through in order to extract the gold and the silver. And I don't have the time, the expense, the facility, or the desire really to do it. Um, but I get paid $3 a pound on motherboards, plug-in cards, RAM. Well, roughly it averages out to about $2 a pound. Um,
Huh.
but it's basically just taking it all apart and take a magnet to it. If it's magnetic, then it's steel. If it's not magnetic, then we have to. It's either stainless steel or it's aluminum. We take hard drives apart, platters. At my previous shop, we actually had motherboards and old hard drives on the wall as decoration.
The inside, the platters as decoration,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, they're
yeah.
kind
We
of neat.
took the lid off of the older hard drives. They're 2.5, 3 inches thick, and people see them up there, and it's actually a really good way when someone comes in. Their hard drive's failed. You can hear it, and you go out there and you show them. You can spin it and watch the arm comes up and hits it. And you see how that moves. Well, when pressure gets applied and it starts wearing into there, causes lots of damage.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. So that is really neat. Did you do a regular computer repair also, right? Other than just recycling. Now, how did I got one more question before we move on to that though. For your recycling, how did you find the buyers of your stuff? Did the state give you like lists of people who may purchase it, or did you have to go out on your own and find these guys?
Yep, had to go out on my own to locate, who would purchase what. Um, the the best recycler I found for my motherboards and all the plug-in cards and things like that, I got from a Free Geek affiliation. They guy goes down to Florida every year and he takes and says, hey, I found a new recycler and contacted them. They had never used them. I contacted them and said, hey, I've got boxes of motherboards sitting here. How much you going to give me for them? He says, hey, I'll give you like $3 a pound on them. They paid for the shipping. So I just loaded them up in boxes, printed out the labels, loaded them up in the van, drove them down to the, wherever it was. I think it was FedEx, and mailed them off to them. About a week later, give him a call, said, hey, how's it going? He says, oh, pretty good. He says, we're, sorting through it all and weighing it out. I'll get back with you in about a week, let you know what I found. Called me up, said, hey, I got this money. I think I sent in about 350 pounds or so, and pulling out 500-600 bucks out of the deal.
Huh. And you FedEx 350 pounds to them?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Wow.
there's like 4 or 5 boxes. So
Oh, that's neat.
one box weighed, I think it was like 80 pounds. I was quite surprised. Needless to say, we carried everything on a hand truck carrying it into there.
Yeah. All right. Well, that I mean, that's I've never heard about people recycling. I think all of us have questions about it. And because I know personally, as of January 1st here, anyone in Illinois who's caught throwing away anything electronic could get fined. Even and that's not just commercial, that's residential too. So I think that especially here, it's going to be mandated that people are going to have to start finding a place to recycle. And I don't know off the top of my head, I have no idea where to put stuff like that right now, other than the recycling bin. So
Yep.
if
Each state usually has a listing of, in their environmental management website, as a listing of registered e-waste recyclers. Our state has quite a lengthy list.
yeah, I have to look for that list. I yeah, that might be something maybe I could just do a little bit of that too and get on that list. That wouldn't be bad if you think it's something that's worth the time and it's also good. It's also a good ad to go along with your computer repair business if you're the responsible guy in town taking care of stuff like that and the rest of the guys are just fixing stuff. That's one up for you. So speaking more about the computer repair service, do you want to talk a little bit more about your business you got?
Certainly. Well, I have a few different topics that I'm would like to go over tonight.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Whatever you're thinking, go for it.
Okay. Well, my outline is using different services such as like Living Social, City Grid, City Search, USPS Every Door. Having a shop at home, an actual physical shop or an office versus working out of your home, and then things to look for when choosing a location and what to expect when you're moving, and then some of your tools and utilities that I use on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, great. Sounds like a lot of good information. I'm just going to sit back and let you go through your outline. I'll pop in every now and then, but yeah, that sounds like a lot of stuff I want to hear.
Alrighty. Well, Living Social, I'm sure everybody's heard of Living Social. You get the emails every day. They do a daily deal. When you run a partnership with Living Social, there's no cost that you have to spend, and nothing comes out of your pocket. The way it works is that you have to provide at least a 50% discount off of your product, your service. So when they look at your website, they get their pricing based off of that. For example, do a virus removal. If your price on your website is $65 for a virus removal, well, then they're going to expect you to do at least half of that price. When you do that, they also get half of the cost. So you've got to remember that you're only getting 25% of whatever it is that your regular rate is. So if your regular rate's $100 for a virus removal, they get, you're going to charge $50 to the customers on the deal. They get 25, you get 25. A lot of guys sit there and think about, wow, man, I'm not going to do a virus removal for $25. I feel like a Craigslist pizza tech. I don't look at it that way. I look at it as I'm getting paid $25 to get a new customer and build a relationship. That one customer that got that deal for $25, they enjoyed the service. They were happy with it. They could refer 5 people, 10 people that pay full price.
Yeah.
Your deal, when you run it, you are featured as the deal of the day for the one day, and then for the next 2 days, you're featured as local deals. So, if somebody doesn't see you on the first day, they can, you're put down in the bottom side or, on the website as well as their local deals. You can set up stipulations, with the deal. It can only use it, typically it's, can't be combined with any other service deals or specials. No cash back, no cash value. They get the service that's provided to them. The nice thing is that it leaves you room to upsell them. If they're coming in for a virus removal, sell them a tune-up if you're not including that with it. Sell them antivirus product. Sell them data backup. There's lots of add-on features that you can, add-on services that you can do with it. And then you get a check about 2 weeks after the deal runs. After 3 days is up, they cut you a check for your 50% of the 50% of the deal, your 25%. And while the deal's going on, you're able to log onto the website. You have a whole merchant account, a merchant area, and you can see who bought the deal. General idea of where they are located at in your city, and you, as the customers redeem, you log in to their dashboard. You put in there, how much, when they redeem the deal, and then for tracking purposes for